Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's David here with another Halloween DIY project, and again we're going to the Dollar Tree, my favorite store, to just pick up cheap items and turn them into something creepy or make Halloween decor. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite scary movie is. Or if you don't have one, just your favorite Halloween movie. Now let's get into today's video. So we're going to the Dollar Tree and picking up 2 of these spiderweb baskets, a pack of zip ties, and I'm getting spray paint. I got this from Walmart. Also need 2 straws, the ones that stretch out and bend, and you're going to need E6000 and some hot glue. Alright, let's get started. So we're going to take the 2 baskets and I'm just lining them up where the spiders will match. And I'm going to use a zip tie and tie them together, and I'm doing this on the outer edge of the middle is what I'm gonna call it. If you watch this video on a full screen, you'll be able to see more clearly what I'm talking about. Alright, now that we have it latched, we're going to just cut off the excess zip tie. I do want to point out I did not make these zip ties very tight. I have them slightly loose so I'm able to put the baskets directly on top of one another, if that makes sense. Because we want our, each side of the web to line up perfectly. Right now I am cutting the straw where you would pull it out and stretch it out. So it's right here, it's bendy. Sorry, it's not a very focused shot. So you're going to push this all the way together closed. We're going to use that same straw we just cut from and cut a smaller piece from it. And we're going to bend it by folding the smaller one in half and push it down into that straw that I'm holding right now. So that way it gives it more stability. So you'll basically have a piece of the straw inside the piece of straw that we're about to glue here. So I'm gluing first with hot glue and then realized hot glue just wasn't going to work all on its own. I think it was because the shiny part on the plastic basket wasn't drying right away. So I definitely recommend using E6000 on top of the hot glue. That will make sure it's nice and secure. And I'm gluing it on first one away from the zip tie that we did originally. Basically so the basket is able to open and close a little bit. It obviously isn't going to fully close because we're making a clam type of candy holder or whatever you want to use this for. I just thought this was super fun to make a clam, a scary clam. You could even add maybe teeth if you wanted to, or eyeballs to this project. I, however, did not, but you could totally go for that. You could also buy the fake acrylic nails and sharpen them to make them look like teeth, and then you could hot glue those around to make the clam, quote unquote clam, look like it has teeth. And then Dollar Tree also has those giant big googly eyes, so you could put those on the top. I think that would look super cool. I wanted to leave mine the way it was just because when you think of a clam, they don't have teeth and eyes, but if you were going for a more scarier version, I would probably go for that. I really liked doing it this way. It was pretty simple. Didn't want to do anything too crazy. So after I've spray painted the entire thing black, I had forgot to mention I picked up one of these spider webs. I just left the spiders in how it was. I just slowly pulled apart the web and then I stuck it inside of the clam. So now this is supposed to look like the, tongue or the meat part of the clam. So you could actually use whatever you wanted. If you have an old sheet laying around or a tablecloth or something, that would totally work too. Or you could make it out of cardboard and paper, whatever you want to do. Then I placed this marble thing I found like as a pearl. And I'm just showing you guys how it bends. Like it's able to bend and move. So you could put candy in here. Whatever you wanted to do to display this. I just thought it was a really fun piece. Yes. Now moving on to project number 2. This project is so simple. I picked up 3 of these little animal figures, and then I just spray painted them black. So that was super simple. After it was dry, then I just took some cheap red paint I got from Walmart, and I used a very teeny, very thin brush, and I painted their eyes red. And that was literally all I did for this project. So you could get creative with it and switch up the colors, do a little more detail with the paint. I've even seen on like Pinterest where they cut off the heads, and you can see right here on the zebra, it has a line right on the neck from where the head meets like the body. So you're easily to snap this apart, and you could actually glue like a magnet on the back and turn them into cute little magnets. Well, I guess scary little magnets. So yeah, this project is super simple. And now moving on to the third project, I picked up 2 of these signs. One says welcome home, and make sure it has the shape. Then the other one said our nest is best. It doesn't have to say these, but these are the exact ones that I picked up. I did want the shape of the sign. That is the reason I got these ones. So right now I'm just taking off this small little string that it came with because I don't want to use it. I'm also going to take off the little knob or hanger. I don't know what you'd call it. I'm just going to unscrew it with the screwdriver. Alright, once you're done with that, we're going to set our pieces to the side. Don't lose them. Flip over our little boards here. And we're going to begin to paint. Now, I am just showing you guys what I'm doing with this paint. I ended up not liking the color. Obviously, the words are showing through because this is a very thin coat of paint, and you do want to do this in layers and let this dry. So after this dried, I ended up trying this mustard yellow color, which I thought would be the color I liked, but it turns out it was way too yellow for this project. So what I ended up doing after I let this coat dry, I decided I was going to mix the tan color that you first saw with the mustard yellow. Then I also added like more white, and I mixed all this together just on the newspaper. So here I'm just showing you the paints that I mixed. And then I ended up loving this color. And this covered pretty well as soon as I started painting, just because I had all those, I guess 2 other layers below it. So this looked pretty opaque at this point. And then to get inspiration for the sign I'm making, I got on Google, just looked up potion labels, and it pulled up these 2 right here that I actually end up loving, and they look pretty similar to the shape of the board that I have. So this one here, I'm going to put pumpkin ale on, and I'm gonna almost copy what the one says from Google, but I am going to tweak it a little bit just to make it like my own. I tweaked it very minor, but I just wanted just to do something a little different. That way I wasn't like exactly copying, but I did go around with a very thin line and just created a border. And then I noticed the picture had a thicker border around the thin border. So then I went through and did another border. After I was done with both of the boards with their borders, I decided to go ahead and start. So actually I let this dry, just FYI. Then I went through, started my lettering. This was pretty tricky just because I wanted, everything to be centered. And I also was tweaking it a little bit when I put the numbers and the words and things on there in the pictures. So they didn't fit because the shape of the signs I had were not the exact same shape as the ones in the picture. So they didn't fit precisely with where the placement of the words and the letters were from the one on Google, if that makes any sense. So I'm not gonna lie, this was pretty difficult. Even though I am just copying it, you really do need a steady hand in order to get a fairly decent picture. So if you wanted, you could probably just print out this potion label and just kind of according to size, you know what I mean? And then you can use Mod Podge, paint some Mod Podge on the board, turn the image around and stick it to the board. Let it dry overnight, take some water and rub the paper off, and then put some more Mod Podge over and you'll have the sign that looks more printed. I actually like the look of the hand-painted version though. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the reason I still make these videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.